This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Books, PD products, science, fashion, and glam talk. From Bollywood to Hollywood, it's Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi, right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. And here's your host, international speaker, educator, award-winning entrepreneur, and best-selling author, Dr. Afshan Hashmi.
Hello, everyone. This is your loving host and best-selling author, Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi every week at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time. So, folks, now before starting that, I want to remind you that these are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And this is Amazon bestseller and hot number one new release on Amazon. And I want a documentary to be made of this. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And this book came before COVID, and in a very creative way, I have talked about bioterrorism. And this book was also Amazon bestseller, and this was Amazon bestseller here and in America as well as in India. And I called myself as America's India expert. So, having said that, folks, I want a documentary to be made and a movie or a web series to be made of this. And please go to my website www.afshanhashmi.com and please see what Tailflix has given evaluation. And before I start, I want to pray because today is US election 2024 and I just opened the Holy Quran and this was here. And just say, most commentators understand this is Surah Al Qasas. Most commentators understand this verse to be reference to Makkah, which came to have and still has the traditional title al Qura, meaning mother of towns. By mother city is meant the greatest or largest of them. By towns is meant those towns around Makkah or all towns, as most Muslims understand the title. Some say this verse can refer to all peoples who have towns and a central city to whom messengers have been sent. In other verses, it is also said that God never destroyed a city or town before sending it a warner. So, this is a very huge statement, and I just want to say that many like whenever there's Makkah city. Let me read this. I always read Saudi Gazette and Arab News and all. So this is the Saudi Gazette, and it says, and this is the photograph. And it says the General Directorate of Civil Defense called on people to exercise utmost caution and vigil amid the forecast of thunderstorms continue hitting most regions of Saudi Arabia until Saturday. The Directorate urged the public to avoid valleys prone to torrents and comply with the instructions issued by it through various media outlets, including the directive related to swimming in water pools. According to the Directorate, Makkah region will witness light to medium rain showers that may lead to flash floods, hail, and dust-tearing winds. So the Directorate said the medium to heavy rain will fall in the Hale, Tabuk, Al Jauf, Northern borders, Asir, and Jazan regions, while light to medium rain showers will be experienced in the eastern province and Al Baha regions, and light rain to hit the Medina, Qasim, and Najran regions. So when I went for my first Umrah, actually there was rain, and it is rarely, in Makkah, there Makkah Muazzama, as I called it, there is hardly any rain, and it is actually a desert area. So if it rains there, I had the honor when I went for my Umrah that the rain was coming down, and I took shower in that, and it says Rahmat ki barish. So that's what I interpret. And just see, in Medina, where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, there is only light rain to hit the Medina, while the other cities have uh, that may lead to flash floods, hail, and dust tearing wind. So a Makkah region will witness light to medium rain showers that may lead to flash floods, hail, and dust tearing winds. And usually I start my show with this, the Holy Quran, and just see this page of Al Qasas opened, and I am so surprised. This one, and what I read before, you can go and read it. I don't know what will happen, but there is something huge coming up. That's what I feel about it, and I pray for the whole globe here, and I will say my Daru Sharif, Allah, which was given to me, given to our family by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. So I will pray for the whole globe that everything is fine here. And also, I was so confused that whom should I vote on both sides of the aisle. So I voted for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And now, Rebel, my very good friend as well as my sound engineer, can you please play the first film? Hello, everyone. This is your loving host, best selling author, radio and TV personality, Dr. Rafshan Hashmi, live from a studio in Rockville, Maryland. And today, folks, I have a very interesting program. I am introducing my candidacy and requesting whoever becomes the president tonight should consider my candidacy for press secretary of the White House. And I am giving this briefing, and I will send it to President Trump, President Biden, Madam Kamala Harris, as well as Attorney General of United States of America. So before diving into the program, let me remind you that these are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And this was an Amazon bestseller, and I have conceptualized a model called Jugaad, which is thinking outside the box. And there was a lot of research going on Jugaad, the Hindi buzzword. And I am originally from India, and I came here when I got married to a wonderful man, and he is not well today. Otherwise, I have brought him today to talk about it, because he's also like bold like me, and he likes to act as I like to act. And he has induced dementia and induced Parkinson, and that was due to the beatings he has received on American soil. And I have received lot of beatings on American soil, and lot of droning on American soil, as well as he has received lot of droning on American soil. Having said that, this is my book, the Amazon bestseller, and this one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And when this book came, I wanted in a very creative way. This book was introduced in the market before COVID, and in a very creative way I have talked about bioterrorism and how bioterrorism affects people, and I want a movie or a web series to be made out of it. And also this book was Amazon bestseller, as well as this one was Amazon bestseller, The Modern Mughal Mentality, and hot number one new release in America, as well as it was Amazon bestseller in in India as well as in US. And I am known as America's India expert. Having said that, folks, I will start today. I always believe, like, we are direct descendants of Khalif Abu Bakr Raziallah Anha, or in English I would say Prophet Abu Bakr Raziallah Anha. And we are direct descendants of that, and we came and settled in Pahetia. My forefathers came and they settled in Pahetia, so we are one of the founders of Islam, the religion. Having said that, I always, and I dedicate this program to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as well as, Prophet Abu Bakr Raziallah Anha and Prophet Umar Raziallah Anha. And whether you call them Prophet in English or Khalif in Arabic, it is one of the same thing for me, because all those three people are my lifelines. And also, I would like to dedicate this program to all the departed souls, noble departed souls in my family, as well as, this program is dedicated to my grandfather, Professor Abdul Alim, who was a freedom fighter, and also to Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who was one of my mentors. She used to visit our house, my grandpa's house, and I have met her, and she has influenced me a lot. Having said that, folks, so this is my grandfather, whose teachings and noble teachings, who I am today is because of that. The second one is my uh, father, Professor Abdul Majid Siddiqui, and who is my father, and he is no more with us, and he was a very big scientist, and he had a very lucrative career in America, and he was in the same lab as Lellinger was, and my mother's student was Harper, whose books are known in around the world of biochemistry. And my father, was the he did some research, and he found the precursor of Lipitor medicine. Having said that, folks, this is what my background is, and this is my mother. I am with my mother, and she is also no more here. And this is my mother, and this program is dedicated to her and all those noble departed souls like Gaga, Baji Amma, and everyone who have prayed for me to be successful in this world. And I will talk about more about them if I get press secretary position. Having said that, folks, let me read from the Holy Quran, and I always open this Holy Quran like this. So today's surah is Al Qasas, and it says, most commentators understand this verse to be reference to Makkah, which came to have and still has the traditional title al Qura, meaning mother of towns. By mother city, mother is meant the greatest or largest of them. By towns is meant those towns around Makkah, or all towns, as most Muslims understand the title. Some say this verse can refer to all peoples who have towns and a central city to whom messengers have been sent. In other verses, it is also said that God never destroyed a city or town before sending it a warner for the inferiority of this transient world in comparison with the more enduring hereafter, or with what lies with God, is a major theme of the Quran. Some say that this world in relation to the hereafter is like a speck of dust in relation to the sea, and that the realities of the hereafter are lasting in that day. They never came to an end, unlike all things in this world, which certainly will end. The idea of the goods of this world as an ornament is also mentioned. The question in this verse whether one who is promised the rewards of the garden and then ultimately reaches them is like one who enjoys the world but loses a place of felicity in the hereafter serves as a reminder that poor and afflicted believers are superior in the sight of God to disbelievers who are wealthy and comfortable in this world. So this is just from the Surah Al-Qasas. And if I am chosen as the press secretary, I think I will create history that I will be the first Muslim press secretary of United States of America. And this show is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. And I still don't have a sponsorship for this, and I don't know what is going on. And also I am very qualified. See, I am PhD in biochemistry, then CASCP in clinical chemistry from American Society of Clinical Pathology and Regulatory Affairs certified RAC, and that is for FDA Food and Drug Law. So FDA regulations, and I am an expert in all that. And in spite of that, I don't have a paid job. Having said that, I wrote some notes. Due to failed so this is what I have written, some notes, and it is on my company's website, and that is Dr. Rafshan Hashmi Consulting Group LLC. And I do lot of stuff. If you want some services, please go to my website www.afshanhashmi.com, www.drafshanhashmi.com. And I have a radio show website which has just recently come up, and that is Dr. Rafshan Hashmi's radio.com. And I will I will put it when I have some time on my both the websites, the page of it. So, having said that, folks, and this show will be syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. Having said that, folks, let me read what I have to say. And it says, and due to failed US politics, I voted for hashtag Rasulallah. America is in labor pain today. Delivery will tell whether it is a boy or a girl tonight. And Rasulallah, I believe in him and his teachings. And since I am direct descendant of Prophet Abu Bakr Raziallah Anna or Khalif Abu Bakr Raziallah Anna, it's the same thing. In English you say Prophet, in Arabic you say Khalif, and Prophet Umar Raziallah Anna, and or Khalif Umar Raziallah Anha, and they are my lifeline. So I say, I love you, Abu Bakr. I love you, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I love you, Prophet Abu Bakr Raziallah Anha, and I love you. And I love you, Prophet Umar Raziallah Anha. And I want to say Darood Sharif, which was given to us by Rasulullah to our family, and it goes from generation to generation. And I want to spread love and happiness, and I will hire autistic people in this show if I already told President Trump, President Biden, Madam Kamala Harris, and many other folks and friends who are involved that I will hire in this co-host, some autistic people. And I want to work with autistic people because my younger brother Fazi, to whom this is dedicated, was an autistic child. And having said that, folks, and they all were killed, So I want to say this now. Due to failed US politics, I voted for Rasulullah. America is in labor pain today. Delivery will tell whether it is a boy or girl tonight. Scalp pH will be measured before delivery, whether to determine it's a normal delivery or forceps delivery, meaning to say whether there will be smooth transition of conceiving. There are a lot of memories of myself doing scalp pH, as there were two of us only who were trained in it in a big prestigious hospital as lead technologist in a NICU lab. So I was handling the whole NICU lab, and the lead technologist was off on Monday, and then I was given that whole lab to maintain. So that's why my title was medical technologist, but I was having the responsibility of lead technologist. So uh, and I was taking care of chromatography over there, and there was so much of work, and I was not paid for doing this extra work, and that's why I left for human genome sciences. For your information, this is the scalp pH. This is from Mount Sinai Hospital, but I was at University of Maryland Hospital in Baltimore. Fetal scalp pH testing is a procedure performed when a woman is in active labor to determine if the baby is getting enough oxygen. And here I would like how the test is performed and all, you can read about it. And here I remember a very, very handsome doctor in University of Maryland Hospital who was a pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon, and his name was Dr. Loveland. So I would like to address Dr. Loveland that I remember that incident when you came with the scalp pH, and you was so handsome that people used to say that who you will marry and all. So when you came, he asked me, "Are you Sayyad's wife?" I said yes, and he was very happy, for my husband, and my husband and Dr. Loveland were very good friends. And today, see my husband, he is bedridden, and you can see some of the videos I have put on my YouTube channel, that how what happened to him, and just see, he cannot express his feelings. So having said that, folks, now see, for so many years, I am without a decent contract to cater to an independent life. We are only on Social Security, and this show is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. So just see, such a qualified people sitting here, and people from outside are brought in, and they are well settled. And I live in Montgomery County, and there is so much of crime here that from time to time I have been doing those kind of shows, and I have gone through a lot, because I have been beaten up and confiscated and all kinds of things by criminals. And it's a very, very long journey and very sad journey. Having said that, folks, now the other thing is, if I am selected as press secretary by the boy or girl which will be born tonight in US elections 2024, so Rasulullah puts your soul in you. That's why we believe in that. So that's what it is, that I voted for Rasulullah, and Rasulullah only knows that who will be the president in today's US election 2024. So I just wanted to let you know that our religion says that, and I believe in all religions, and I am a very, very I am a modern girl, so I believe in all religions and a traditional girl. I will introduce the bill for White House press secretary. The bill is that if reporters or White House personals bully me, I will have a beautiful girl and a handsome boy take PH of that person. For example, if boys bully a girl, if boys bully a girl will take their PH, and vice versa. So please read how to take pH. I am also fully qualified to take the pH of that individual. So this is it. In chemistry, so this is from Wikipedia. In chemistry, also referred to as acidity or basicity, historically denotes potential of hydrogen. It is a logarithmic scale used to specify the acidity or basicity of aqueous solutions. Acidic solutions are measured to have lower pH values than basic or alkaline solutions. So many diseases, are the doctor orders this pH. Let me go. So pH of various body fluids. So doctor introduces, I'm not a medical doctor. To make a disclaimer, I am a PhD doctor. And having said that, gastric acid, see, has a pH. So if somebody is, I have seen so much of disease in this country that if somebody is bullying someone, I believe in that they are not feeling well. So I would ask, if I am selected for this position, I will ask the White House counsel or whoever is in charge to introduce a bill to do the pH, because White House doctors are already there. I will ask the doctor, you know to order a pH test, because that person must not be feeling well from inside. America is a disease state, and terrorists have come inside America, and they are, coming with all kinds of diseases, and COVID was one of them, and Zika was one of them. And this book has a, just think, in before COVID-19, I had envisioned, I was silently working and doing my own research by seeing the disease state, so Zika virus is mentioned there, and so bioterrorists have infiltrated America, and they are spreading diseases. So that's what I believe in, and so the border should be sealed. Having said that, or there should be some mechanism that, my insurance was cancelled abruptly, in still I don't have insurance, and yesterday I was injected with a snake poison. So I don't know what to say, and then my friends at FBI and Secret Service cleaned me. So I always say on my website, out and clean. So having said that, folks, the urine pH is 6.0. So these are, I have done lot of PH in University of Maryland, and urinalysis was one of my favorite subject, and if somebody is not feeling well, immediately I will ask the Secret Service to come there, and the White House counsel should, I will ask the White House counsel to introduce a bill, and then the White House doctor will come, give that, and then the pH will be measured by somebody who is licensed ASCP and a medical technologist. Recently, I went to a lab, and there were so many, I don't know who they were. They were not licensed to do ASCP thing, So Maryland has, I think, introduced a bill that ASCP is not required. I don't believe in that, because I went to a school for clinical chemistry. I don't know how far that is true, but ASCP is the license, which I went for a school at University of Maryland medical technology school, which was the best medical technology school in my times, so I know how much I have slogged, and I want to introduce this bill, and immediately that person will be taken out, and that he or she is not feeling well, so that the fabric of America is maintained, and disease state is removed from here, and I want to see healthy America and very nice population here. Everybody is happy because my company, I am managing partner of Dr. Rafshan Hashmi Consulting Group LLC, and I spreading love and happiness, and I work from home. And at the front and back of my house, there is a board which says that. And my email is afshan@drafshanhashmi.com if you want to contact me. Having said that, folks, now I will end here, and I hope I am selected as press secretary of in the White House by the new president of the United States. And best luck to President Trump as well as Madam Kamala Harris in today's election. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye bye. God, that whoever is better for the country, and Rasulullah only knows who will be the next president of United States. And I pray whoever is better for the country should come as take the reins of America. And God bless America and long live America. That's my prayer for America. And having said that, folks, this was election bulletin, and so now, folks, let's see. I had it and it just got. Okay, so now it says from Fox News Live that Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and here it is. Let me read it. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris battle for White House as first polls close on election day. Judges in Georgia and Pennsylvania have extended voting hours at multiple polling locations as voters turn out across the country. Kamala Harris to spend election night at her alma mater, Howard University in Washington, D.C., while former President Donald Trump will spend the evening at the Palm Beach County Convention Center in Florida. Former President Barack Obama released a new video telling Americans this election is going to be close. So now the other news is first polls close in parts of Indiana and Kentucky. Polls in Kentucky and certain parts of Indiana have officially closed as of 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The Indiana polling locations that are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone have officially wrapped up, but the 12 Indiana counties that are in the Central Time Zone are open till 7 p.m. Eastern. The states are the first in the country to close their polls on Election Day 2020. 24, both Indiana and Kentucky are considered red states. Several battleground states extended the hours of polling sites on Tuesday, citing unexpected wait times, technical issues, and other issues for voters in key precincts. Here's a rundown of the state and precincts impacted so far. In Pennsylvania, where state polling locations are scheduled to close at 8 p.m., voters saw extensions in Luzerne County, where local election officials said residents will have until 9:30 p.m. to cast their ballots. Georgia also announced an extension for voters in the Atlanta area precincts of Cobb County, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County. In North Carolina, state election officials extended voting hours by 30 minutes in the precincts of Burke County and Wilson County. Voters there will have 8 p.m. to cast their ballots, longer than the 7:30 p.m. deadline in the rest of the state. Could Now again, Larry Kudlow could tonight deliver a populist surprise. Could tonight deliver a populist surprise part two. That's the subject of the riff. As we talked about last night, all the ace pollsters could be missing a number of built-in advantages for former President Donald Trump. In more than 30 former President Donald Trump, a big voter registration shift favoring Republicans in more than 30 states, and a big GOP early voting turnout. Both are completely unlike 2020. Here's a quick example from the crucial swing state of Pennsylvania. In 2020, Democrats had a 1.1 million advantage in early voting ballot. This year, that margin has been cut down to only 400,000. Staying in Pennsylvania, party registration favored Democrats by 1.2 million during the Obama years and 686,000 in 2020. Now in 2024, that registration margin has been cut down to only 281,000. What's more, the GOP is basically keeping its gains. In recent years, 203,000 Democrats switched to the Republican column, but only 97,000 Republicans switched to the Democratic column. Big hat tip to James Freeman's Wall Street Journal column. So have pollsters pick up on this? Kinda don't think so. So there is still time. And let's see what CNN has to say, because there is a news on CNN. It says election night in America 2024, presidential elections, live updates. Initial CNN exit polls, slightly more voters hold positive view of Harris than of Trump. Roughly 46% of voters have a positive view of Vice President Kamala Harris, but not of former President Donald Trump, according to the initial results of CNN's national exit poll of voters in this year's presidential election, while a slightly smaller share, about 42%, hold a positive view on Trump but not on Harris. But my take is that whoever is the best for the country, that is fine with me, and I will pray to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his two besties, Prophet Abu Bakr Raziallahu anhu and Prophet Umar Razialana, that whoever is best for the country should be the next president of the United States. And as I said, I hope both of them consider me as press secretary for White House, and I will take this whole show to White House, and there, I will take some interns and all, and I will make it a big show with White House blessing, and best of luck, President Trump and VP Kamala Harris. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye bye. And can you play the sponsorship movie, please?
Hello viewers around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live for her radio show at K4HD and Talk 4 TV show, and I just wanted to request you that please give me sponsorship if you want this show to continue. Having said that, friends, I will see you in another episode of K4HD Radio plus Talk 4 TV show, and if you give me sponsorship, I will give you very reasonable price, and also you will get lot of promotion, as this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye bye.
So now, Rebel, can you play another sponsorship movie? Because I already said bye bye.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live from a barn country club in Virginia, and I just wanted to say that my K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV show called Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi is syndicated worldwide and has more than 300 million listeners. And if you want these shows to continue, please give a sponsorship, and I request to please give a sponsorship, because these shows require a lot of energy and money to produce. So I would request everyone to give me sponsorship, and your product will be promoted in a very reasonable price, and you can contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Cheers and bye bye.
You've been listening to Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in live right here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Would you love exposure to your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And remember, if you miss any part of this show or want to hear it again, find our featured show on iHeartRadio or YouTube, where all past episodes are available on demand 24/7. See you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on K4HD and Talk4 TV.